He does not appear on billionaire lists. He does not give interviews about wealth. And you will never see his lifestyle on social media. But behind the quiet speeches, behind the black turban and simple robes, many experts believe one man sits at the center of one of the most powerful and mysterious financial networks in the Middle East. Not a king, not a celebrity billionaire, but something far more powerful. This is the hidden world of Ali Khamenei, a man who has ruled Iran for more than 3 decades, a man whose influence reaches far beyond politics, and a system of power that operates almost entirely behind closed doors. Before we begin, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon, because on this channel we explore the hidden worlds of power, wealth, and influence that rarely appear on television. Since 1989, Khamenei has served as Iran's supreme leader. Unlike presidents or prime ministers, he does not campaign for votes. He does not debate opponents, and he does not face term limits. Instead, he stands above the entire political system. He appoints the head of the judiciary. He commands the armed forces. He controls state media. And before anyone can even run for president, they must pass through a political system loyal to the supreme leader. Elections exist in Iran, but the ultimate authority sits somewhere else, inside a highly protected leadership compound in Tehran, a place surrounded by security checkpoints, surveillance systems, and elite guards. This is where some of the most important decisions in the country are made, far away from cameras, far away from the public. But political power is only part of the story, because behind Iran's government exists a complex network of financial institutions, religious foundations, and corporate holdings. And at the center of that system is an organization known as Setad, originally created after the Iranian Revolution to manage abandoned properties. The institution gradually expanded into a massive economic network. Over time, it became involved in banking, telecommunications, pharmaceuticals, and real estate. Today, analysts believe organizations connected to Setad control assets worth billions of dollars. Its investments stretch across industries that touch nearly every part of the Iranian economy: oil infrastructure, technology networks, industrial companies, real estate developments. And unlike traditional corporations, these institutions operate with very little public transparency. They do not publish detailed financial reports. They do not answer to private shareholders. Their structure is closely connected to the office of the supreme leader, which means political authority and economic influence often exist in the same circle. Yet despite this enormous power, Khamenei's public image remains surprisingly simple. He rarely appears in luxurious settings. His speeches are often delivered from religious halls. His clothing remains traditional. Simple robes, a black turban, the appearance of a religious scholar rather than a powerful ruler. But behind those simple images lies one of the most influential leadership structures in the region. Inside the protected compounds are private offices, meeting halls, and security systems designed to shield the country's most important figure. Access is extremely restricted. Even senior officials require special clearance. Because at this level of power, security becomes a constant priority. Iran has faced decades of geopolitical tension with Western countries and regional rivals. Sanctions, military threats, and covert operations. In such an environment, the safety of the supreme leader is considered a national priority. Elite security units guard his movements. Advanced surveillance systems monitor surrounding areas. Multiple layers of protection surround the leadership compound. Very few people ever see what exists behind those walls, and even fewer understand the full scale of the influence operating within them. Because leadership at this level is not only about speeches or diplomacy. It is about networks, institutions, and power structures that quietly shape a nation for decades. For more than 30 years, that system has revolved around one man, a cleric who grew up in the holy city of Mashhad, a revolutionary who supported the movement led by Ali Khamenei, and eventually a leader who became the central authority of an entire political system. When Khomeini died in 1989, Iran faced a historic decision. Who would replace the founder of the Islamic Republic? The answer was Ali Khamenei. Since that moment, his leadership has shaped Iran's political direction, economic institutions, and international strategy. Supporters see him as the protector of the revolution. Critics believe his authority concentrates too much power in one office. But regardless of opinion, one thing is clear. For more than 3 decades, the center of Iran's leadership has revolved around a single figure, a man whose decisions influence millions of lives. Because in the world of global power, the most influential people are not always the ones displaying their wealth. Sometimes the most powerful empires are the ones hidden behind silence. If you enjoyed this story, make sure you like the video and subscribe for more deep dives into the hidden worlds of global leaders, billionaires, and powerful empires. Because sometimes the real power is not in the spotlight. It is quietly operating behind the curtain.